Good evening. Sourabh,
Yes.
please take your seat. आपका इंटरव्यू हिंदी में है
No, sir, I would prefer to
इंग्लिश में है ओके प्लीज इंट्रोड्यूस योरसेल्फ
Sir, my name is Sourabh Nath. I am from Gorakhpur, Uttar Pradesh. I did my schooling from GN National Public School, Gorakhpur itself. And I did my engineering from IIT Kanpur and civil engineering. My hobbies include playing chess and hockey. And I have also taken various positions of responsibility at IIT Kanpur. Important one being secretary of Antaragni and engineering desk on Hobby.
हैव यू अपीयर्ड फॉर सिविल सर्विसेज एग्जाम्स आल्सो
Yes,
हाउ मेनी टाइम्स
3 times.
व्हाट वाज द आउटकम
Sir, I have given 2 mains and I am currently preparing for giving it fourth time.
prelims on the 5th June you cleared that
No, sir.
so 3 times you appeared for the civil service prelims exams and 2 times you appeared for the mains
Yes.
but you could not clear for the interview
Yes.
okay what was your optional
My option was sociology.
sociology okay my panel member will start your interview
Hello, Sourabh. So, Sourabh, you're a civil engineer from IIT Kanpur.
Yes.
It's a very bright field, and you are from a very premier institute. Why do you want to leave the field of civil engineering altogether?
So the idea of choosing civil services itself started with joining IIT Kanpur itself. When I met with my seniors and had a conversation with them, I thought that why not utilize the opportunities and resources spent on me on a greater societal aspect. So and various events in my life at IIT Kanpur also helped me in choosing civil services as a discipline.
No, but why do you think that civil services has a higher pedestal? You ascribe more importance to it because civil engineers, they are doing marvelous work in
Yes.
infrastructure development and building new India, so to say.
Sir, in my opinion, both civil services and civil engineering both contribute to society in their own perspective. But as I have said, that my choice of choosing civil services is based on the life events, specifically choosing some optional electives at IIT Kanpur in sociology courses and attending my ex-seniors, that is Gaurav Agarwal's interview at IIT Kanpur.
Okay, but we have heard that Gaurav Agarwal himself has written articles which somehow show that it's not a very easy place, the government sector. You have read them.
Yes, sir. He also talked it about in his own seminar also, but he also conceptualized that taking civil services is a hard step, but if you have given an opportunity to represent the best of the country in IITs, better utilize it for the greater part of the society.
Right. Okay, tell me what can be the other avenues except civil services in which you will say that your skills and your talent that you have gained in IITs are utilized to the best.
Sir, at IIT we have been a part of various groups, such as I also played hockey at IIT, which gave me the confidence of participating in groups, also the leadership qualities. So, if not civil services, I can also contribute to society, being the part of a group that can support society.
Which type of group?
Recently, I have given interview of social security organization called EPFO, so I can contribute in that also.
Okay. You have given the interview
Yes, sir.
for EPFO.
Yes, sir.
So the interview is okay. So it has taken place already.
Yes, sir. I have given interview of EPFO.
So how was that interview?
It was great, and I am looking forward
Okay.
to it.
Now, do you think cricket should be made the national game of India now?
So, in the current circumstance, many other sports are also being projected upon, and particularly declaring some sport as a national sport would undermine other sports.
No, do we have a national sport or national game of India?
No, as currently we don't have any.
Are you sure about it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Please tell how do we classify DPSPs? What are the 3 types?
So DPST is classified as social, then scientific, and then
Scientific. Sure about it.
social. These are scientific lines, and the third is I'm not aware of it.
Okay, I'll tell. The classification is like social, Gandhian, and liberal intellectual.
Yeah,
Okay, there's no scientific one. Now tell, what are the Gandhian DPSPs, if you can recollect a few?
So the Ghanaian DPSP includes organization of panchayat, then Article 47, that is liquor ban or ban on the liquor practices. Then we have Article 40, Article 40,
No, you have told 40.
organization of panchayat.
Yes, that is organization of panchayat itself.
Two of them.
So two of them you recollect. Fine. There is a DPSP called Uniform Civil Code.
Yes.
Do you think it should be implemented? It's high time now. It should be implemented in India.
So recently a Supreme Court judgment has also come in 2018, which maintains the sanctity of diversity in the country, and it clearly says that it is not neither desirable and nor it is helpful for the country's diversity. And I
Why
also
do you think our constitutional makers or our forefathers, they were in this belief that Uniform Civil Code will unite India or create that sense of unity?
the sense of unity of Indian society comes from its civilizational culture.
No, not your opinion. I want to know, why do you think there was that concept, originated at the first place and it was made a part of the Constitution of India?
I'm not aware of the idea which.
Because you said that the Honorable Apex Court is differing on this. So it shouldn't have been in the Constitution itself then.
Sir, the Uniform Civil Code can take place when the people of the country accept the values of different culture, and
Okay, so is there any state in India which has already, been using this?
it is being partially used in, I think, Goa. Goa is still.
Do you think that there is any threat to diversity of Goa or any other threat that you foresee or you would have heard of your experiences?
But as of now, I have not experienced any threat, and Goa being a culturally homogeneous community, in my opinion, and it could apply its Uniform Civil Code to an extent, but applying it to a greater part of the country is not desirable at the current.
So that is your personal opinion as well.
Yes.
Okay, fine. So now tell, how do we differentiate GDP from GNP?
So, GDP is the gross domestic product, which includes the net financial income from abroad also, and when
Please explain again.
GDP is the total value added in the economy of a country, which also includes the income from abroad also.
Okay. And what about GNP?
And when we deduct that net factor income from abroad, we get GDP.
Sure about it.
Yes.
Okay. So you are from Gorakhpur.
Yes. Sir.
Tell me the history of Nath Sampradaya.
The Nath Sampradaya started back in 12th century. The originator called Nath and his disciple Gorakhnath. And the tradition was a sect of Hinduism which demarcated itself away from the Hinduism and incorporated various values of different religions. And they work for the welfare of society, not from the religious perspective. And the continuing tradition, that is the Nath tradition, also has a tradition called Hat Yoga, or
So can we say that it's not a religious identity, it's a social denomination?
yes, it was a sect which parted itself away from Hinduism.
Can you tell any similar sect that you are aware of in India?
Lingayat sect is also there in South India, which has
But they are trying to claim themselves as a separate religion altogether.
yes.
So how do we compare them? But Nath Sampradayas, they have never put a hand to a separate religion. They consider themselves a separate religion?
Earlier they were used to consider themselves as separate religion, but when the politicization of religion is taking place, some elements of Nath Sampradaya are going towards Hinduism as a broader religion. But as I said, it was different from Hinduism.
What is the current status?
Currently, the sect is diluting itself into Hinduism and using religious practices to basically Brahmanize the religion or the sect.
Okay. Have you read the National Family Health Survey 5 data?
Yes, sir. On the
Can you tell the social health indicators, especially the fertility rate, maternal mortality rate, pertaining to Uttar Pradesh?
Sir, I'm not aware of particularly Uttar Pradesh, but the sex ratio has been in the recent survey shown that it has increased to greater than 1,000 females per males, and fertility rate is decreasing to 0.1 it is currently.
No, not asking about India. I am asking about UP, especially.
UP's fertility rate is currently 2.6, and the sex ratio has also increased to more than 1,000 females per.
Okay, my last question to you is: suppose you are SDM of a district, and you have this task on hand to reduce the fertility rate at par with the national average. What shall be your first 3 steps?
First, I would focus on sex education as an STM of how education can help reducing the fertility rate. Second, I would promote the family habits in the society as a SDM so that better practices can make family size small. And third, I would also run a campaign about it so that awareness among the
Okay,
family
does women empowerment has a role in it?
Yes.
Would you focus on that?
Yes.
So those were my questions, Sourabh.
Thank you.
So Saurabh, do you read newspapers regularly?
Yes.
So have you heard about one latest news regarding right to repair?
Yes.
Tell me.
The right to repair was particularly new during the G7 summit when they were when the countries were focusing on the restoration of the environment and focusing on the negative impact of climate change. That was the idea behind it.
So what are we going to do? What will be the benefits?
And I'm not currently aware of the processes which are included in that.
Can you tell me what the benefits?
Sir, the idea of repair is being regenerative and restorative. So, major benefit will be the regenerative effect and restorative effect of the process.
Okay. Have you heard about globalization 4.2?
Globalization? No, sir.
So have you heard about deglobalization?
Yes.
Tell me.
Deglobalization is a phenomena where people are, countries are going towards small blocks and making their own kind of trade segments, and they are not upholding the institutions like UN and WTO, and they are critical about it because of the role of the Western countries, and they are forming their own blocks.
So tell me what are FTAs?
Free trade agreement is a process between two countries which reduces the duties on goods and services, but not on investments.
So how many countries India has FTAs with?
I'm not aware of the exact data.
So you are from Uttar Pradesh itself.
Yes.
tell me 3 major problems of Uttar Pradesh that you think should be solved on priority.
So, the current situation demands the reduction of communal propaganda being spreading in the state
Propaganda.
through
What is
various-
propaganda?
Propaganda is a fact which is not true, but it is being conveyed through a larger section of society, and in the mainstream it is considered as a truth.
Alright, continue.
The second thing is the informal labor which is in the state accounts for 90% of it. It should be solved. And third is social security for the deprived sections, which is of utmost necessity in this country.
What is social security?
Social securities are the nets which are given to individuals in the case of certain types of situations such as unemployment, disability, which is also enshrined in Article 41 of the Constitution.
Then what do you mean by social welfare?
Social welfare itself has the idea of social security. Social welfareism is a concept which is for the state and for the institutions which are offering social services, and they have idea of welfareism internally and providing security.
Okay, any other difference that you can think between these two concepts?
Social welfare and social
Social security.
currently I am not aware.
So, regarding contribution, who does social security requires the people to make some contribution also?
Yes, sir. People contribute in various schemes, for example, pension scheme, then we have PF scheme, EPF scheme. and
Can
we-
you tell me some UP specific schemes in the field of social welfare, not the central ones, UP specific ones,
social security scheme.
or social welfare also, as you said, is a wider one.
So, currently, UP government is running a social security scheme about the children which are being lost to the children having their families being lost. That is Bal Seva Yojana, UP Bal Seva Yojana, which is catering to their needs of
Lost children.
during the COVID times. Parents have been lost.
The parents lost.
Yes.
I mean, who have expired for those
Yes.
orphan children. You mean.
Orphan children specifically.
Alright. So, in this exam, what are your choices? Top choice must be STM.
Yes, sir.
After that,
That is assistant road transport officer.
okay, then
Then I have assistant municipal commissioner. Then
so tell me role of ARTO.
sir, assistant road transport officer regulates the transport related activities, having control over the license being given to the officers around that.
That's it.
I'm not aware more of it.
Okay. Then why are you attracted towards it?
So my idea of choosing these was basically related to the closeness to civil administration and choice of having diverse roles, as STM has various roles in the public administration. And
What about diversity in ARTO?
diversity in ARTO. In the road transportation itself, I would be able to contribute more towards.
Okay. So tell me what is government doing with regards to road safety?
Sir, in the road safety, we have data that in a year 4 lakh road accident.
Tell me government steps.
The government steps are creating FASTag stations, for example, for
Fast-track. How will it help in improving road safety?
the data of the vehicle can be stored in the electronic manner, and it can be helpful for further scrutiny if any accident is taking place. So it could help in road safety. Then government is taking steps to extend the length of the roads so that the traffic of the road could be reduced, which
You
can
mean widening of roads, not the length.
yes, so that the traffic of the road can be reduced and it would help in reducing the accidents. Government is also taking steps to
So do you think more accidents are happening on highways or within cities?
reportedly it is more happening on highways because of the speed which it
Number of accidents or number of deaths?
number of deaths and also accidents. Number of deaths also. Only. The minor accidents are taking place in the city.
Alright, that's it from my side.
So, Saurabh, how many fundamental duties we have?
Currently we have 11 fundamental duties.
Tell them, all 11.
So I'm not remembering all 11, but
I'm not asking you in order, but yes, we are the responsible citizens, right? And we should be aware of at least our duties.
yes, so to abide by the national anthem, the principles enshrined in the constitution, and our national symbols, that is one of the duties. To abjure violence against women, it is one of the duties. To have a scientific temper, again education to children up to between the age of 6 to 14. Securing a safe and natural environment, including lake, rivers, and forest. I can remember only one.
Okay. Please read about it. We all should be remember of at least all our duties.
Yes.
That is expected from a responsible citizen. So, what is the current inflation rate right now?
Current inflation rate is around 7% CPI.
7%.
Yes.
So, is it increasing day by day, right?
Yes.
So, what are the steps taken by the RBI to curb this or reduce this inflation rate in the country?
So the RBI is taking monetary policy, contractioning monetary policy, basically increasing the repo rate, which can curb the demand of money in the market, which can reduce the inflation rate. Also, RBI is also going into the forex market to reduce the forex, to reduce the dollar rupee rate so that the import could be reduced.
So RBI RBI decides the dollar rupee rate?
RBI will not decide, but can enter into forex market and
Mhm.
exchange some of its foreign currencies so that the volatility of the dollar can be maintained.
So what do you understand by hedging? Hedging.
Hedging is a phenomena in which the future risk is being controlled by the present investment, in my opinion.
Okay. So what is your understanding of judicial activism? Can you help? Can you explain with the help of examples?
Sir, there difference in overreach or
No, I'm just talking about only judicial activism.
judicial activism happens when the executive and legislature fall short of their duty, and an active judiciary takes steps to make executives aware about what they intend to do. For example, the 99th constitutional amendment can be said, the NJAC can be.
So it was activism, or they are doing their duty.
The constitutional amendment itself was against the ideas of constitution, which diluted, which tended to dilute separation of powers, so actively judiciary curtailed it or removed it.
Okay. You mentioned you have an optional sociology, right?
Yes.
So how do you differentiate between individual, society, and a group, and how they are interrelated, how they affect each other?
Sir, regarding that, a sociologist is also there, G.H. Mead, which talks about mind, self, and society. And he talks about the individual creativity being different from society, and society has some values which socializes the individual.
Please explain quickly whatever the points, brief points, 2 to 3 sentences. I just
So individuals have creativity, society has their own values which are forcing on individual, and
groups.
groups are also part of society which have their own ideas. It is basically individual and the society. Groups are part of society, so they have their own values.
All right. So you also mentioned, right, you are interested in hockey.
Yes.
So what is scoop in hockey?
Scoop is a tactic which is used by a player to make the ball fly over the player, and it has also a rule which is called 5-yard rule. You cannot scoop when the defending player is within your 5 yards.
Okay. So is it dangerous?
Yes, it is called dangerous, and foul is given on to the opposite side.
So what is the maximum penalty one can get if it is a dangerous scoop?
If it is done in D, then it can be called penalty. But if it is in outside the box, it could be given as a free hit.
Okay. So Dhyanchand, are you aware about
Yes.
Dhyanchand? So which state, which district, basically from UP, his family is set up, entire family, and still they have roots.
So he was from Allahabad, and
After that, they shifted to some different district.
I'm not aware of it, but Saharanpur.
It's all right. So that's all from my side.
Okay. Okay, Sourabh, what is blue economy?
Blue economy focuses on the water component of the economy, which includes fisheries and the economy based on water, where fishing farmers and are more focused, and it can contribute to India's economy in a greater way.
Some decisions in WTO has been taken regarding the blue economy also in India's favor.
And it must have been taken, I'm not aware, I will say.
Okay, COVID-19, what is the vaccination status of India?
So recently we have celebrated 200 crores vaccine jabs being given, and we have started the third booster vaccine dose, which can be added for the further immunity of the country.
What is the policy about the booster dose also? Government has announced something about that also?
I'm not aware.
What are the uses of drones? How many uses you can think of?
Drone has various uses. For example, it can be used in traffic also. The UP government is also using in Islamic scheme for land parcel being recorded electronically. Drones can also be used as a surveillance on the border areas for our security. Drones can be helpful in delivering packages to the places which are disaster prone, for example, floods. Then drones can be helpful in delivery of essentials in the city also, as a delivery app.
Have you heard it of beyond visual limit in context of drone?
Beyond visual range, I have listened, but I'm not currently aware.
Okay, in UP there is one district, one product concept.
Yes.
What is the objective? And how successful this model?
One district, one project is about popularizing the indigenous products being produced in the particular district. Currently, 75 districts have been given the specific products to increase the export of the product, and also it creates a sense of belongingness to that district. So it can give the district its name on the global stage.
So what is the product from Gorakhpur?
Gorakhpur has jaggery, sugarcane products related in and around Gorakhpur, and sugarcane products have been promoted.
Okay. What do you understand by the smart cities mission?
Smart city mission is aimed to create state-of-the-art cities having modern technologies and
Like modern technologies means?
like use of IoT or like solar panel, solar technology, green buildings type of concept which are used, which are also sustainable and which can be helpful in reducing the
How many smart cities in Uttar Pradesh?
there are 10 smart cities in Uttar Pradesh which has been used.
Okay. And all over India?
All over India it is planned 100, it can increase.
When this mission started? Which year?
Smart city mission started in 2015.
Recently, we are listening about free trade agreements. Suddenly, why government of India is interested for these types of free trade agreement? What is the benefit of it and what is the objective?
Free trade agreement specifically focuses on the focuses on the less dependency on the other players, and it will impact the demand of any special commodity in our country. And FTAs have been part of India's trade agreements since years, but recently in the post-pandemic era, FTAs have been taking a central stage due to the
Some example of the agreement, I mean, with the countries which India has already entered into?
recently India entered FTA with Vietnam, and India is focusing on FTA with Sri Lanka.
Are you guessing or?
Vietnam, I am confirmed.
Hmm.
Sri Lanka, they are targeting harvesting.
I2U2?
I2 to the type of Western Quad which has India, Israel, UAE, and USA in it. And
What is the objective? And what decisions have been taken in this meeting, summit?
so the objective, as I said, it's the type of Western Quad, so it would be security related, and decisions would be around the developments which would reduce the conflict among the Arab nations and Israel, and further will increase the security of the
Tell me in the context of India.
not aware of.
Last question is G20, where the meeting is going to be held.
So the G20 meeting this year will be held in India itself.
How long this meeting will continue?
Not aware of.
Okay. Okay. Sourabh, your formality is over now. You will get the benefit,